There was a time when glowing in the dark felt like the future. In the early 1900s, radium was considered miraculous. It glowed with an eerie green light, and companies put it into everything: medicine, toothpaste, cosmetics, even drinking water. People believed radium represented progress, modern science, and the future itself. But nowhere was that deadly misunderstanding more tragic than with a group of young women who became known as the Radium Girls. During World War I and the years that followed, factories hired young women to paint watch dials and instrument panels with radium-based luminous paint, so soldiers and workers could read them in the dark. The work was considered desirable at the time. It paid better than many factory jobs, and the women were told the paint was perfectly safe. To keep their brushes sharp, the workers were instructed to place the tips between their lips after every few strokes. Dip the brush, paint the numbers, twist the tip with their lips, repeat. Hour after hour, day after day, month after month. Each time they did it, they swallowed tiny amounts of radium. At first, nobody realized the danger. The women joked about the glowing dust covering their clothes and skin after work. Some would even paint their fingernails or teeth for fun before going dancing at night. Under the lights, they glowed like ghosts. But eventually, the symptoms began. Toothaches, fatigue, bone pain. Then the more horrifying signs appeared. Teeth loosened and fell out. Jaws began to deteriorate. Bones became brittle and weak. Some doctors didn't understand what they were seeing. Others were pressured not to ask questions. Meanwhile, the companies involved often denied responsibility and tried to avoid blame. But the women kept getting sick and dying. The truth was horrifying. Radium behaves chemically similar to calcium, which meant the body stored it inside the bones. Once there, the radiation slowly destroyed the body from within. These women had unknowingly become radioactive. And yet, despite enormous pressure and intimidation, several of the surviving workers fought back. Their legal battle became one of the earliest major workplace safety cases in American history. The Radium Girls helped expose the hidden dangers of radiation and forced changes in labor protections, industrial safety standards, and corporate accountability. Their suffering changed history and ensured future generations would be protected. Today, the glow of radium no longer represents wonder. It represents a warning, a legacy written in light and loss, a reminder that progress without understanding can become tragedy. And sometimes, the most dangerous things in history were the ones people once believed were completely safe. Thanks for spending a few minutes around the fire with me tonight. If stories like this interest you, consider subscribing and joining us again for the next Campfire Conversation. The fire never dies as long as people keep showing up. I'm Christy, and I'll see you next time.